Some rain relief is on the way. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our weekend weather update and the outlook for next week. And we do have some rain clouds in that forecast for those dry northern areas. A bit of an early Christmas present, we hope. So we'll try and fine tune where the rain will be falling and maybe how much. We're also taking a quick look at the extended forecast. We'll briefly mention our Christmas Day outlook, but let's get into it right now. As we head in towards the weekend, we've got a change in the North Island. Subtropical winds are coming back. And if you live on the eastern side, that means your temperatures are finally bouncing back after a bit of a colder week. In the South Island, more westerly winds blowing through, some rain today on the west coast. That will clear tonight and maybe a couple of showers around on Saturday, otherwise improving. So this is lunchtime Saturday. You can see those showers we were just talking about over on the west coast, but that main front has disappeared. And in fact, that's the leftovers of the main front. So there'll be a few light showers tracking by the upper North Island on Saturday. They won't be a lot, but they will be around. If you're trying to do things outdoors, you might notice them a bit more. A bit of high pressure to the north, a bit. It's not exactly the strongest high at 1016 hectopascals, but it's just enough to push back and keep most areas dry for Saturday, or at least fairly dry. On Sunday, a similar kind of setup, but the rain returns to the west coast, slowly moving northwards with a few heavy falls. And the rain clouds in the north, they're slowly starting to gather up. It's going to be a little bit frustrating, the forecast, I think, on Sunday and Monday in some areas. It may look wetter than it is, or in other cases it may look drier than it is. And that's because there is change building just out in this part here. So you've got the subtropical airflow coming down. That means humidity is about to go up, overnight lows are about to go up, and the rain clouds are about to increase. And it'll be a little bit unstable with the daytime heating as well. So this will be moving in and potentially getting a bit bigger as it does so. But really, it is Monday next week that we see those rain clouds properly merging together and slowly moving into the North Island. It'll be patchy. Not everyone will have rain. There'll be drizzle spells and dry areas as well. But generally speaking, this humid airflow starting to kick in and drizzle patches and cloud spreading across the country, and hopefully a couple of heavier falls forming in the north. Because on Tuesday, there is certainly a good chance of getting some downpours in these very dry areas. Here's the low pressure. We've got a high out to the west, a high out to the east, subtropical northerlies coming down that side, strong southerlies on that side, and that is the perfect recipe to spin a low. And that's pulling down subtropical air. So the area in green, that's a chance of some heavier falls. Now, I don't want to get you all too excited because the rain clouds do sort of stop around the central North Island, and then it breaks up, and we've got different amounts of rain the further down the country you go. Another burst of rain for Canterbury, backing up that climate forecast we put out with IBM a few weeks ago, saying that Canterbury was leaning maybe a little bit wetter than usual. And even I was saying, I'm not 100% sure where that might be coming from, but now potentially the second rain event in the first half of December, or at least the first few weeks of December. And normally at this time of the year, things are really drying out. So we do have a bit of a wet weather event around Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, it moves away. And the next big high slowly starts to roll on in. So definitely a little unsettled as we head in towards Christmas. And we do now have our first outlook for Christmas. It's not a specific December 25th forecast, but it's a setup for how the highs and lows are likely to be placed. So if you're wanting to look at that, go to our homepage, our news section, or you can go to the news section on our app. And this is the story here, the Christmas Day crystal ball. And all we're doing is really looking for where the highs and lows are likely to be placed on that day or around that time. So we've got ECMWF from Europe and GFS from America. And the other story, purple rain. It's really just the color of the map. But we just wanted you to look at that if you're curious to see rainfall totals over the next 5 days. That news story there has got that for you. That's all from me. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy the crazy Christmas shopping, and I'll see you again on Monday. It's our final week next week for our weather videos for this year, so I look forward to it. Hopefully some good news for both farmers and growers, but also the holiday makers who want it to be nice and dry. We'll see you then.